And there we go. Fantastic. A bunch of names in there. Some people, I think someone anyway, said that they still haven't been named yet. And they commented on the first video or something like that. Haven't seen your name on the list so far. I'm not sure if you commented later on during the series. But don't you worry. If you are in there, then you'll get named at some point if you're lucky. I say if you're lucky. It obviously all depends on when you actually requested to be named. And that's how far down you will be on the list. I don't want to actually remove that tree right there. Unfortunately, I've said this many times, a game like Stonehearth doesn't react very well to having multiple people or multiple Hearthlings in-game, because it starts to slow down and get horrible and all that fun stuff. We need to place this down, though. Oh, can we just grab that? There we are. Carpenter's workbench. Get some carpentry done. Right. So they should be able to... Actually, no, they won't be able to build the houses themselves, will they? They can get the... Now, can they get the first floor done? I mean, traditionally, we're going for just sort of simple square houses anyway. It's just the roof that's going to have to be edited ourselves. Anyway, I mean, we could... They've got like a sort of Tudor design. But it won't look that great if we make it completely from the efforts of the Hearthlings themselves. So we might have to just do the houses block by block. But then again, we can't do that because we can't have windows or doors. So you know what? The first floor is going to have to be block by block windows. Well, the first floor is going to have to be doing it the sort of building way, so we can actually use the windows and doors and all that fun stuff. And then the roof themselves is really the key part of the building anyway, so we can get that bit done. And hopefully be able to work around it. So it should be all good. Right, so we need to get this road sorted out. Let's go over here. And where the hell is the road? Somewhere around here. Oh, maybe I forgot it's actually in here, right? Okay. It's a bit awkward to remember that, but there you go. What kind of road do we want? I think we should just go for the darker kind. We usually go for this lighter one, but I think we'll go with the sort of darker, more brick-looking road for today. I think that's a little bit nicer. And we're going to go 4 across, and we're actually going to skip that bit right there. There we go. We'll get the rubber just so we don't actually connect into this, because I want the bridge to start off. It's going to be a very quaint-looking bridge, so it should be all right. And the roads are going to be 4 across, because it sort of connects up to the double. Then again, we could go for the 5. I don't think so. I quite like it being 4 across. So let's see if we just do this so I know where I'm going from the other side. There we go. So we just cut that up. There we are. Fantastic. We should have really went out a little bit more here before we did that. There we go. So we just know what's going on, where we're going. And then we'll continue upwards. Oh, that's very well connected right there. Which is pretty good. And then around here. Now, do we want to go for just straight roads? Or are we going to have them sort of curve around a bit? Because, I mean, we could go for the curving around a bit. It might make things look a little bit more interesting. We could curve around right here into the area. But I think straight roads are a little bit more easier to deal with. The problem with asking questions like this is that it's not really asking questions, really, because there's going to be 3 episodes. So it's going to be a while before I can even respond to other people's preferences, let's say, or at least opinions on the matter. So we're just going to go across like this. We're just sort of determining where our bridges are going to go. So there we are. We'll get this go across right here. Always with the bridges. Not too sure why. I just have a fascination, I suppose. This is going to be a very large sort of, I'd say, temple-looking structure that should hopefully look quite interesting. Not too sure if it's going to serve any purpose other than storage, but aesthetically, it's going to be quite pleasing. So hopefully that's good too here. Right. This road is underway. We can get this constructed right now, though. Although I want to get rid of the field right there. And I think... Let's be interesting with our designs. Let's try and make it curve around so it ends up meeting this point right here. This can actually be quite difficult to do. Right, so if we imagine the entrance is going to be around about here. Actually, I think it's going to be a slightly further across. So if we do it around about this point right here. No, I think it's still going to be a little bit further. Maybe an entire block across again. Like that. Oh, I've missed a point. There we are. Just get rid of that. Yep, I think that's nice. It seems centered. So that's pretty good. Now we need to try and curve it in. So how am I going to do this? Right. I can't remember what my usual design was. Let's do like a 6.4. Like this. Not a 6.4, but a 6... That's now going to be a 7.4. So let's see. Now that seems kind of strange. So we'll cut that bit up. Alright then. So what's a good way to curve the land in? I guess we just sort of go 4 by 7 there. Let's just sort of stick to our designs as well. 4 by 7. Alright, does that start going in? I think it starts going in I wanted to sort of take a while to sort of start moving across. So if we now do another 8 by 4 right there. How does that look? I think it's a bit too strange looking. Doing curvy roads is really... I can't remember the technique. But that's fine. I guess we'll just do this and see how we can morph it. So if we did that, it's going to start doing... It's going to start looking weird. We could do the block first. Do it block by block. No, it's not going to look sort of a proper curve isn't going to take place. I'm not sure if I can really do this, or at least make it look good on the fly anyway, unless I had a little bit more practice. We'll go with what I was going to do previously anyway. We'll do 4 by 4 blocks from these points right here. No, that looks weird. Looks very strange. Tell you what, I think what we need to do is remove this, get a corner off so we have sort of a set point where the angle is. And then we can sort of do something from there. Oh, there we go. So we got this. That's where it is right now. That's where the corner is. So now, we need to find out where that angle goes. So sort of round about here. So if we make a proper... If we chop this bit off, as it were. I'm trying to come up with a way of doing this that's interesting. Of course, I don't want the half of the playthrough to just be us making curved roads. And there we go. So we got this bit. We're sort of chopping it off a little bit. I don't think that's properly angled, but oh well. It should be. Should be perfectly angled. There we go. Do we want it to just sort of go diagonally? Because I'd rather it have a nice curve. I've done stuff like this before. It's easy to do it with a paintbrush, though. If you had a paintbrush, get that curve in there. It just seems a little bit more, I wouldn't say natural, but it makes more sense. Because when you try and do it yourself, it looks a bit strange. When I try and do it, anyway. I don't know. I don't know, okay? I guess I'm not good enough for this. I'm not good enough. I should really go into a game like Minecraft or something and get this stuff tested out. But for now, I guess we can... And I have returned, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, there's an attempt. There's definitely an attempt. I never said I was actually going to go. I just sort of went out and I was like, no, I'm gonna do this. After several attempts, I just can't make it look good. So I'm just going to go ahead, delete that, and we're just going to go ahead and stick with the straight roads. It's fine. It's nice and easy. It just looks weird and blocky, which I guess makes sense, being a voxel-based game. But I don't really have much, I suppose... what's the word? What would the word be? If there were a word, what would it be? I said it a second ago, but it's gone now. Completely disappeared. Tell you what, though, we do need to remove all these rocks, because they're definitely in the way. Get out of my way, rock. Nope, that's the mining tool. Harvest. There we are. Oh, my God. Okay, burp. Again. They're getting in the way. More rocks to destroy. All these rocks. Just terrible. Terrible rocks. Right there. Harvest as well. Right, did the carpenter put the stuff down? He did, fantastic. So now we should start making lots of random stuff. Let's make ourselves 5 hoes and 5 swords. We need to eventually defend ourselves. And a bunch of storage crates as well, even though they're level 5, which I can't be bothered to deal with. So we'll probably just have a bunch of large crates, because it's just easier, and it's more useful, rather than the small ones. Just 8, and I've got to deal with the storage for them. It's, all a pain, all of it. We'll also get a bunch of these done for later use, even though I don't think we really... should use them, but we're going to anyway. So that's all good. Okay, we're just really going for the design. I don't think we're really going to go for the architectural principles behind everything when it comes to certain roles that are associated with buildings. It's fine. Does that make sense? You know, blacksmiths. I'm not too sure what their blacksmiths looks like. Probably just... It looks interesting, I imagine. There's lots of stone here, which is great for us. We do need to go ahead and loot it all, though. All the stone in the world does need to go somewhere. I don't think we can put it anywhere, actually. I think we did make a storage unit for stone. Let's go ahead and just get that sorted out. Just very quickly. There we are. Stone can all go here as well as ores. For the time being. We've got to go quite far for it, though. We should have really made it around here, but oh well, I guess we're too late. We want to chop, or at least get rid of all these weeds as well. They're all in the way. Just a bunch of them, really. There we go. Not all of this stuff, but I guess it's too late now. Not really. We can just... Oh, no, we can't. Can we? Yeah. It gets rid of the previous command. That's good, then. Now, I keep getting the mining tool out. I want a harvest tool when it comes to getting rid of stone. There we are. They're gathering all the resources that they can get. Lots of equipment right here as well. We need to make a new storage unit for that. Let's see. Weapons and armor, as well as tools. We'll get rid of these two. And we'll add all this around. I should have really clicked construction then. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. But there you go. All good. So hopefully the carpenter can get a few more levels. Oh, I don't... Actually, we should really make one... Actually, no, we should make the upgraded version. Yes. Let's actually make that right now. There we go. Fantastic. So, as I was saying, my God. I had the word then, but I was talking about something else. I didn't want to just randomly say something well, I didn't want to randomly go on off to the previous subject from the other one. Tangent is probably the word I need right there. That's all good. But training... Experience! I don't have much experience when it comes to making these sort of corner roads. I say that. Kind of with Minecraft, but I've mostly used sort of brush-based mods and plugins in order to help out with that. Because my brain just can't do it. Can't do it! So that's all good. For now, I will just keep it like this. We're going to have a sort of center. So I'm just cutting off fours right here so it's nice and even. There we are. I think that's all right. And then in the middle is going to be sort of like a little well. It's going to look quite nice. Not a fountain, just a well. It should look pretty good. Should look quite well, in fact. But there we go. And this is probably what we're going to do anyway when it comes to making the road a little bit more interesting. Let's just see. Is that... Yep, that's all good. We'll just go back on that, which is all good to see. I'm glad I can actually use the backup tool now without breaking anything. So we're just going to open up by 3. Right there. And then 2. Actually, no, we'll probably just go across by 3. 3 for the circle? Probably then 2. There we are. And then we'll just go on off like this. Yeah, I think that's all right. Quite a simple looking path. So 3, and then 3 again. And then 2. And then how many in the middle? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it starts off here, yeah. So 2, then 2 3s. There we go. And then we go to our 4 cross road. And we pretty much keep going from there on. So it's just a nice little center. It's actually a very clean circle. Do we want a clean circle? Is that really what we're looking for? I think it is. I think we can go for a nice clean circle. I keep saying clean circle, but it's clean, okay? Just saying. Let's make sure we get the center done, though. There we go. So we know that's the center. Even though that's not where the path's going to be, it's going to be going around the object. Just fine. Or at least the object with a bit of grass as well. I want to have as much grass as possible in this, well, involved with our buildings. Just because I think it would look a little bit more natural, which is quite nice. Or at least it would have a little bit more nature in sort of added to our buildings. There's more words I'm trying to find that are just escaping me, which is really annoying, okay? I think from here, yeah, 3, then 3, then a 2, and then just angle off by 5. There we go. We'll get this bit done as well, just so we know where the center is. Beautiful. So now we need to try and get the sort of walkway done. And I think we pretty much start off from just cutting out the middle and then getting rid of 4s on all sides. There we go. I think that's how we do it. Is that a good center? I feel like we need to cut off one more piece. Daily update. Do we pass? We have yet to pass. Okay. Net worth is just not good enough. But we'll get there. Alright, that's pretty good. And now we try and sort of corner off things a little bit more. See, I'm still integrating corners, which is nice. We should actually go by 2 from this point on. Yeah. 2, and then 2, and then the corner. Oh. That actually doesn't align. No, it does align with the center. Because that's good. It's meant to. That's quite nice. I like that. So 2, then 2, 2, then 2. Aligns with... There we go. So it's working out. We've got like a nice pattern right now. And this will be the walkway. Using more shapes. It's all good. Just want to integrate more circles, that's all. Can a man dream about circles? I dream about circles all the time, okay? I play a lot of games that involve blocks and voxels, okay? So, you know, where's my circle-based game? Even though I guess that wouldn't make sense. Then again, I'm playing planet-based. We're on one big sphere, which I guess is all right. Close enough, yeah? We'll stick to that. There we go. Then again, and we're working with a bunch of spheres and planet base. Tell you what, my God, revelations right now. Do we want to have a nice chisel around the walkway? I don't think so. When it comes to our road, anyway. I mean, we could go for a border, which might look quite nice. I think we're going to go for it. Do we want to pause the game? Tell you what, we want to actually get the new crafting table installed first. Where is it? There we go. So we're just going to plonk it right around here. What was the rotate tool again? There we go. Is this one? So we'll put it right there. I don't think it's really going to serve us any significant purpose just yet. There we go. So we want like a bunch of these large crates. They're going to help us out quite a lot. And also lots of lanterns as well. Let's get 5 of those. And let's get 5 of these ones as well. Actually, I always want more than 5. Let's get 10 of those. Let's get 10 of these ones. There we are. Beds might be a good idea. We're going to make them first, actually, just to give them a nice little place to sleep before they start getting annoyed and tired. There we are. Let's put that up to the top. Then we need some more armor. So I'm going to make 5 of those. Now, we need to put the drawers. I think it's wooden dressers, because they sell for quite a lot. We need to put them on a maintenance. So at the moment, we'll just maintain 5 of them. We'll do that last. And then they'll keep maintaining, which is quite nice to see. Now, as for tools, we need to get our farmers ready. So let's go ahead and find our farmers. Let's go to our people right here. Right. Tulson, you're probably going to be a... Actually, no. Do we want you to be a farmer? You're not really going to do much, because you're quite sort of... Then again, I'll probably have you be a worker. I think I like that. Let's keep you a worker. We need more builders anyway. So we'll have worker. Worker Tulson. Let's see. Anyone request to be a farmer? I'm pretty sure someone did. Actually, yeah. BK Bobby Joe is a good start for a farmer because we need him to be a farmer before he can actually become a cook. So that's a good start. That's a good start. So BK Bobby Joe, welcome to the farm town. Now, we do need soldiers. I think RD Jones requested to be a soldier. Yep, okay, that is so. So we're going to go ahead and make you a soldier, RD Jones. There we are, or footman. Now, we'll probably need a second one. Cool guy wanted to be one. So we'll get you. Beautiful. It's all coming along. Now we can set up our food. Actually, we'll wait until Thingamajig actually becomes a soldier or a farmer first. There we are. Fantastic. Now we can set up our points. And we don't want it to be covering this just yet. And if anything, I like it to start right here. How big can these be? 11 across. Okay, so I think I want to stick to sort of lines. I think it looks quite nice. Just nice lines. There we go. We're going to go for... What looks good? What's a good look? Turnips, I think. We can go for some turnips along this line. So, do you want to go 4 across? So, turnips, 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 turnips. More turnips. We should really see what these look like first. So that's fine, and then we can just have like 2 across right there, and then the bridge. And we can actually have them above the bridge anyway, because hopefully it should be large enough to not get in the way. So that should be fine. So just a bunch of turnips at first. Hopefully they're actually going to work in the way I'm hoping they will. Let's just find out first. Then we're going to have 1 point. Oh, feeding time apparently. We do need to harvest ourselves some more food from these berry bushes. Oh, come on. Go on! There we go. The game was being a little bit rebellious there. I don't like that. I don't want my game starting to be like, no, this is my UI. Screw you. Our wood's disappearing. Our wood apparently is disappearing. Can we do anything more with this crafting bench? They give us a few more things if we select it. I don't think so, but we do need to make some more of this stuff for our Earthlings, as well as the crook for the eventual dude. A dude? Our eventual dude. We'll get there. So we're going in this direction with these farms. I quite like that. Makes them look a little bit more busy, which is pretty good, I suppose. Although, well then again, that's all right, because we can have straight lines. But I kind of like the idea of actually just covering the whole thing. We are going to need quite a few farmers, though, if we're covering this entire thing. So really, probably not the best idea in the world. At the moment, though, they're just turnips. We should really be diversifying a little bit more with our pallets. But that's fine. We can stick to that for now. Anyway, let's continue with our lovely circle. No, it's a lovely circle. It's beautiful. It reminds me of a better time where circles once ruled the world, and now it's just all squares. There we are. Okay, so we got this middle bit right here. Let's see if we can add this white sort of outline to everything. Let's see what it looks like if we do that, because I think it's going to look quite good. It's going to help out. And also make the road look a little bit thicker, which I think is going to be a good thing to try and add. I think that's good. That looks nice. So let's just see if we do it on the outside here first. There we go. It's not going to square off. It's just going to sort of skip the corners completely. Chop off. Caravan approaches. No, don't go away, caravan. Where? Hello, Treeblossom. I come bearing goods for trade. Would you like to give me 2 wooden swords in exchange for 1 stone bench? Not really. Just a stone bench. I quite like that. That's nice. It's a good effect. If we go straight up right here, and then do the same on this side. Now we've got to go all the way around. Then we've got enough stone. They should be able to construct this themselves. Obviously, we're not going to. We're going to try our hardest not to have to spawn things in. Which has always been a thing I've tried to do. I said this a lot during the stronghold times. Back in the stronghold times, before the great... before the great purge. It always is a great purge. The Earthlings don't know it's coming every time, but it will happen. And when it does happen, they will be very sad. Now, we don't really want there to be any of these bits right here. Or right here, because we might want to make a road around this. Or, well, we do actually. We want to have roads sticking out like that. And we'll probably put one right here as well. Maybe the mine can go in this direction. Or maybe we can have more expansion. We could do that, definitely. Alright, so here we go. There we are. Invaders! Pause the game. Okay, let's see. There's a little skeleton guy over here. It yearns for flesh. Okay, well, it yearns for Riley flesh, which is, I'm not too sure. Is it in this season? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and get our party set up. I need to remember the hotkeys. Cool guy, Nardy Jones. Welcome to the party. Let's actually remember the hotkey right here. It's G. There we are. So let's go over here. Start fighting. Fight. Oh, no. He's moving now. Oh, there we go. RD Jones and Cool Guy coming in for the offense. Alright, now they should be able to charge for the skeleton. There we go. RD Jones first. You've got good stats, I think, so you should be good to go. Easy. Not a problem. Good to see. Alrighty then. So, like I said, this is our road. It's looking good. We need to get these bridges done. This is going to be quite interesting. Okay, so they need to be a bit red, these bridges.